doesn't. Nation.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
This is Joe.
I've used the space. God help me.
And this is Rich.
Well, here's another nice mess you've got me in.
And this is...
Permission from the board, Captain.
The Monthly...
There's a touch of madness around here.
Suppose you're going to lock me up as well. It's your accomplice. Accomplice? I'm going to tell them the whole thing is your idea.
Are you the police?
No, ma'am. We're musicians.
Well, looks like the cows have come home to roost.
Nothing is worse than having an itch you can never scratch.
The Monthly Itch apologies for the delay of these episodes, as due to technical issues and personal issues, these were delayed.
But they can never break him.
The issues have been resolved, and we have the following episode, which is split up into 4 parts for your listening pleasure. This is the music section about Bloodstock Festival 2015. But as usual, it is mostly random chat about festival experiences and other bollocks.
With 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot of whiskey, a margarita, and a Bloody Mary.
This was recorded a week after Bloodstock, so please enjoy the aftermath and stories about this great festival by 2 idiots who have not got a clue what they are
It
doing.
makes me feel like a poet. You may feel like a poet, but you sound like an idiot.
Welcome to the Monthly Itch, music episode 4.
Okay, welcome one and all. This is episode number
4.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh shit, it is.
No, seriously, this is episode 4.
Jesus Christ.
We've made 4 of these now.
We made 4 of this shit.
And people are still listening, at least from what I've seen on the stats. They're not many, but people have
People have
clicked.
Yeah, they've clicked.
That's
and went,
something.
Oh, for
I'm
fuck's
counting
sake.
that. I'm not writing Home to Ma just yet, but you know, I'm still counting this as like a reason to have a spring in my step.
Right, I have to just put a bit of a warning up first of all, because
We're doing a disclaimer again.
No,
that bit really,
yeah.
it's going to become a running gag.
We aren't doing a disclaimer. But this is, I have to warn you, because I have got so much I need to talk to you about.
Which is why I'm going to get myself comfy.
The time has come for this cookie!
Yeah, get yourself comfy.
I got my
because
beanbag, I got my popped corn.
this is, as I said, episode number 4, and we are talking about Bloodstock. I've got a massive head cold at the moment, which has really pissed me off, but I've dosed myself up. Everything you can think about to cure a common cold I've taken. I think I've taken a bit too much because I'm almost quite spaced out and high, and I know that's normally your role. I'm seeing stars, man. It really is. I know how you
I pay good money to get that way. You did that shit on cough syrup and strepsils.
Hey, I'm a bit of a lightweight on this one, but you know what's really annoyed me like today, in all fairness, before we start going into what we're going to talk about, which is music, but I just want to tell you what happened today, because it really fucking pisses me off. It really does, because I've got a head cold. You can see, I'm rough.
You're suffering, man. Like, the
suffering.
more you're talking, you want to say so much more, but I can see the pain in those eyes.
Pain has a face. Allow me to show it to you.
Like,
Yeah, all
it's a struggle.
bloodshot and
Watery.
Well,
Very fountain-like.
I don't know. I've got some quite tight underwear and it's really chafing at the moment, to be honest. So let me just rearrange.
And I got the squeeze!
Hold on. Okay.
Oh, sorry, did you want me to turn away?
No. Yeah. What happens in the podcast world stays in the podcast world.
It's not as though it's that big.
As I said, I was kind of pissed off today because, I wasn't looking for sympathy. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. This is serious. I know. This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
Okay.
But when because I talked to a lot of girls in the office, well, not just them, but people around, and I phoned up and they say, "Oh, you sound rough." And I went, "Yeah, I've got a bit of a head cold." And says, "Oh, what? You got man flu?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?
Why do you keep staring at me?
That old chestnut.
Man flu. Why have women got this obsession whenever you say, look, I didn't sleep hardly last night, my head's fucking pounding, and they turn around and the only thing they can go is not, oh, bless you, okay, poor you, and don't, as I say, don't want sympathy, but it'd be nice sometimes just go.
A little word of acknowledgement of the pain you're seeing.
Yeah, if we turn around and when they were ill and we go, oh, it's just women being women and that kind of stuff, and
women's flu.
Say something.
Lady got a ladybug.
I'm gonna
ladybug. Oh, that is so good. I just thought of that.
That is awesome, man.
Man flu and ladybug.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe that's what we should talk.
I've got a bug. Oh, you got a ladybug.
Yeah, you got a ladybug. Oh, really?
Oh,
Ladybug?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah.
Squinch my nose up and
all women have ladybugs.
Over your ladybug.
Exactly. Yeah. Well. And that's how I feel. It's very patronising.
Can we finally get round to talking about what we want to? And that's a full-blown exclusive review from Bloodstock.
I was extremely drunk. I can't remember some of it.
Like a true London metalhead.
I have wrote down some notes.
Oh, bullshit, you have.
I lost them.
Right, that sounds more like it.
I think I used it for toilet paper or something like that.
Oh, you got that bad, did it?
Hey, if you got to go, you got to go. You got to find anything. And the odd padding, it wasn't too bad where we were camping in the camper van top section, but when you go in the actual arena itself.
Wait, you took a camper van?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's dude.
What? What?
Oh, you got to camp, man. You got to have a tent. You got to pitch your own. You got to find a place to pitch your tent first.
Right.
That's achievement number one of Bloodstock. You don't get to drive nice and comfortably, conveniently into your private little space, already set up for you, and then you just flick a switch.
Put aside logic. Do what feels right.
Use a microwave. Use a stove.
It was no microwave, but it was a stove.
Didn't have to dig a pit at all.
Yeah, but that was just for the fun of it.
All right, well,
Like
you and your camper van.
castles.
You and your camper van.
No, look, don't disrespect me with my camper van. I've been doing this for a lot of years. And the problem with me, and if you go on my personal Facebook, there is many a photo of me trying to erect a tent.
A tent, you say?
Yeah, well, yeah, it wasn't a tent. It was an abomination.
An abomination?
Of many. I didn't go to the Scouts or anything like that. I've got no outdoor
you are not
passion at all to actually go out and harden it up. The only reason, right, in the past that I was able to survive camping
was a Steve Irwin documentary.
No, was countless amounts, some would say heroic amounts of alcohol.
A hero will rise.
I used to pass out every single night, and
that's one way of surviving, I guess.
In all fairness, it was one festival in I think it was 2009 or something in Bloodstock, and I decided, I went to the Argos catalogue and I saw that they done teepees.
I love teepees. I've always wanted to hire a teepee out.
Also, I can say teepee for my bumhole. Bumhole.
Excuse me, young brother. May we ask you a question?
Are you threatening me? Nay, my bunghole will ask the questions. Why do I not use teepee for my peepee?
The beloved always did like riddles.
You will beloved my bunghole, for I am the great cornholio. I need teepee for my bunghole.
The thing is, though, when I got actual to camp, I decided to down half a bottle of Jack Daniels, and it doesn't take me too long to get drunk.
They don't let you into the grounds unless you've consumed that
pretty much. And I was partying with some friends as well, so I just decided to sit down, have a drink, and then it got quite late, and I'm like, I better do my tent. And there's pictures of me, and literally it got to a point where I gave up erecting the tent, and I just used it as like a cover, and I'm just there laying down within this teepee unerect as a sad, pathetic loser, because There was another
You were
guy
pitching your own tent pole. That was it.
with the amount of alcohol I was pitching. No.
Oh, that's attractive.
You know, one of those pop-up tents.
Oh, you just unzip it, flip it, and you're good to go.
Have you experienced?
I've had,
Yeah,
I've
and they
had
pop
the luxury. They pop out, but it's not so easy a maneuver to flick the wrist to get it to pop back in again.
Well, there are already so many big men fighting this war. Maybe what we need now is a little guy. Huh?
That's what I'm talking about. The guy came
It's
bowling over.
worse than a Rubik's Cube. I would rather do a Rubik's Cube.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Than put one of those freaking things.
Well, at least with a Rubik's Cube, you can actually peel off the colours.
Or you can get that machine. Have you seen the machine that does it for you?
No.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
What, you buy a machine?
It looks like, do you remember Back to the Future?
Great Scott!
Yes,
You remember when Doc Brown first meets Marty McFly and he's got that contraption strapped to his head?
Yes.
Right, take it off his head and turn it upside down so it looks like bowl-esque.
Yeah.
It's like that, and in each kind of four corners of this circle, they've got these rods, which when the Rubik's Cube is placed in the middle, these rods come out and start manipulating it. It's basically just completely reconfiguring it. It's amazing. I love it, because before, you had to use your hands.
Do not touch it. It is dangerous. Do not.
How primitive. Hands are so yesterday, my friend. I mean, granted, this is the reasons why humans are now going to start to become obsolete, because the machines are about to take over. Skynet will happen. These are the starting points.
You know something.
But I'm excited in seeing humans actually achieve this.
You know something. If you're getting a hard on about that, with not being not needing to use your hands to do a Rubik's Cube, you must love a fleshlight.
People like this are a menace to decent society.
Seriously.
As far as I know, because I've never used one.
Really? Yeah. What's that up there?
Never publicly admitted to using one.
Oh, right, that's okay. Well, you have now.
You've still got to do it yourself, right? Like, it's just basically a latex rod that you whack your dick in, right? You still got to actually jerk yourself off with it.
Yeah.
The secrets of the universe.
So what's the point in that?
Yeah, it's true.
Where are we?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So.
Music.
Bloodstock. You were talking about Bloodstock.
I wasn't talking about it. I was talking about how jealous I am that you went and I didn't. But now I'm hearing you went through campervan and not actually experiencing the proper Bloodstock experience.
Let's think about it this way. This year, I took my partner's dad.
Congratulations, you're still alive.
Ah, that must have been pretty cool though, right?
He is awesome and we had a great time. But the problem is, at his age, no offence, he's a young at heart, but he would not go camping the traditional way.
See, I totally get that. Like, because I'm now starting to reach that age myself.
Oh, hell yeah. I've had luxury. First year, I've actually not camped. I went the year prior this, went to Wacken. That was camping, and
straight up.
I enjoy camping. I've got to be honest. Yeah, I moan about tents and all that shit, but it's something good about being around the party. But
definitely.
This year,
that's why it's half the experience, and that's why I'm a little disappointed that you only had neighbourly friendly campers around. No. And you didn't get the full grit and chaos that ensues in those fucking camp tents.
No, because that's not me. I like chaos. And while my other half and her dad went to sleep in the camper van,
you snuck away into the woods.
Well, the thing is, why not? And to be honest, I had hardly no sleep, because the good thing about Bloodstock is every single year you get the chance to see people you haven't seen since the previous year.
Yeah,
and
totally.
because I'm a person who does make a bit of a prat of himself, I get a bit of a...
You get recognised.
You recognise, like, hey, it's you again. And like, what did I do last time? It's probably not as bad as this time. And shit. But this year was great because there were so many groups of people who made the attempt to come there. Some years you have a bit less and some you have a bit more, but it seems like everyone came out in drones.
Well, tell me this then, because
Yes.
Bloodstock has always been kind of famous, and one of the main reasons of why I love it so dearly is that it's always been fairly modest in its attendance. Like,
Yes.
I'm not saying that they don't pull a huge crowd, and statistically, just look at what they've done for all these years now. It's just grown and grown and grown, bigger and bigger and bigger in popularity, and bless them, and I hope they continue in that way if that's what they wish to do. But They were always at the start of things.
It started out as a power metal festival. It was an experience. I just, it's one of those experiences that I will never forget.
Well, no, you have. How could you? I mean, especially now that it's reached the legacy point of which it has now, where it's a really sought after, well-respected festival
But then
that's
again,
rivaling like Download and Sonosphere.
Let's not talk about that. Or Altfest, let's not talk about that one.
Hey guys, I think we're about to crash into the sun.
Yeah, but it's gonna look really cool.
Oh,
never happens.
sick burn.
Jeez, I paid out and I lost money on that.
You were going to go to that one, were you? The one where you finally fell through?
I was in Wacken last year, and I got a message through my phone. And it was an email stating that Altfest is no longer going to be available. And I looked at Facebook; it was exactly the same. Everyone's going, "Oh, travesty" and all that kind of stuff.
Did you get any money back from it?
No.
Really?
Didn't get a cent back. Thousands didn't either. And the worst thing was that this is something that really bugged me.
Sinister forces are at work.
Is is it CC? Is that right? When you link other people into the email.
Yeah. When you copy other people, then
you had around about 800 names
really?
and emails for all the people who actually went on there.
You're kidding? They released everyone's email?
If that's not data protection, I have no idea what is.
Oh, that's bad.
So
man.
all these people have been fucked over.
Yeah.
And all you need is one distrusting person, and they could spam in or sell your information. All it needs is you know how it is.
Once
anyway.
it's out there, it could be used for any purposes.
It was unprofessional to start with. To be honest, looking back, it was a bit of a fool to see a lineup like that, and it's their first festival. At least, as we were saying with Bloodstock,
because they had what was it, The Cure and Marilyn Manson to play that year, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is, I was more looking forward to. I kind of like steampunk. I really do. And they had a steampunk stage.
Oh, sweet.
And I just thought it was just going to be party central.
So you're well looking forward to this thing.
I was, and it was annoying. I'm not going to. And it was a mighty slap in the face, because you trust these people. You put I'm never ever going to do anything, and this is a real shame on any of those sites where you donate money for trying to get projects going and all that, which is a shame, because it
was well intended.
It was well intended, but the thing is, it was organised by people who didn't know how to organise.
It's a difficult thing to wrap together.
It is, but
people
Bloodstock
just take one look at it and they just think, oh, it's easy. You just ring the bands and they go, yeah, I'll play.
Anyway, Thursday, I've never heard of this band before. I've heard of them, but not heard of the music. Arnie Corpse, have you heard of them?
Oh wait, no, these are the guys who do Get to the Chopper, right?
No.
Oh no, that's Austrian Death Machine, isn't it?
Yeah, similar type of thing. They do Arnold Schwarzenegger, bass music and all that kind of stuff.
Do they use samples from his movies, or do they actually do proper songs just based on him or his films?
If I could remember, that'd be fantastic.
I'm asking way too much of you, I'm so sorry.
Jesus Christ, alright. This is just barely a week after. I'm still thinking about what day? We're Friday at the moment. This would be I would probably be at the moment watching Sabaton, I believe.
The Swedish power metal band, aren't they?
No, that's what I thought. Right, I'll quickly run through, because there was some fantastic bands.
Alright, reel them off.
Right,
these are the ones you saw as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't give exact details. I can say yay or nay probably to it.
Okay.
I know people who have actually put exact details, but
this mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
When it comes to remembering things, I'm quite bad at the best of times.
We all are.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's getting worse, I swear. Right. Belphegor. Belphegor. Black metal. The finest black metal you could possibly enjoy.
Oh, really? You're a fan?
I am. I do love my black metal, even if they got stupid logos, which is our previous podcast.
You can decipher what their logo says, though, can you?
No, there's no fucking chance.
Oh, that's a shame. Who else did you see other than...
Well, they were very good, but the funniest thing was, there was a few people in corpse makeup and all that, and the sun was shining down.
Oh, I got in the daylight.
It's hilarious. The makeup was streaming down, and like that. I'm like, yeah, and at the end they just, it's hilarious. I'm sorry. There's nothing worse than seeing a poor goth suffer in the sunlight.
You cursed rat! Look what you've done! I'm melting!
Other than
Enslaved.
Oh man, Enslaved were there again.
Yes.
Never want to miss a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Enslaved, flawless, but it was quite amusing as well. Not for them, because their stuff got stopped at customs, and they had none of their costume or anything like that.
No, see, that happened to Devin Townsend back in 2010.
Yes, it happened exactly the same, and they did unfortunately have. It wasn't the same get-up, you know. They were borrowing clothes from other people. They borrowed guitars from Gibson.
Oh, they actually had their equipment as well. Not make it down.
No,
not just the
I
costumes.
think the keyboard had made it. I think. But,
Great.
You know, but you could tell they were tuning up quite a bit as well. So you know, it's kind of, it was good, and they made the most of it, and everyone enjoyed it, especially in the pit, man. That was
excellent stuff. Good to hear.
The next one we're talking about is what's that name of that band we were talking about?
Aishan.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the one we can never. Well, I can never pronounce.
The one you can never pronounce. Remember. Really.
Remember at all. And unfortunately, technical bullshit. It was not good for them.
Suffer a lot of problems on stage, did they?
And I don't know. It just kept on stopping.
I did hear, I think another person who went down to the festival had said he opened out blistering for the first song and then did nothing for the next 5 minutes because he was suffering.
It was stop and start, and you try.
I feel so bad for guys that go up on stage.
I have to say, I will tell you about a band that I was almost in tears because I felt so bad for them, but I will get to it in a second.
Right on, carry on with your list.
Because they're my friends. Right, Overkill.
Friends.
Little friends.
Overkill.
Fucking hell, here's to the old school, man. I know a lot of people aren't too keen on these vocals, but it doesn't really matter. You go in the fucking bit, you enjoy it.
Thrash the motherfucker apart.
You do. Right, Sabaton, let me just explain.
They're not Swedish power metal.
Well, they're Swedish.
I got half a right point.
Right, where everyone was screaming out IKEA.
Really?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's a new one for this year.
Okay. IKEA. Is that another shout out?
Yeah.
They've retired Alan.
I thought I'd give them a really good go because everyone's talking about Sept.
They've really come a long way. I've got to say, within a couple of years, they've just taken huge strides in their popularity.
And I was completely convinced on the performance, on the stage, on the personas. They bought a tank on stage as a riser.
No way.
Yeah, so a drum riser's there, and it's within
a tank raises
frame.
up with the drums on top of
It doesn't raise up, but where say you got to see a face of a tank. Of course, it's the drummers on top drumming off and all that, and where it shoots. It fires and flares and all that kind of stuff.
All the pyro,
yeah. And I got to admit, it reminded me of
Rammstein.
Never seen them. Oh yeah, I did see them in Somerset, but that was a bad experience. But no, I made them because
I made them fairly reserved with their pyro. Oh, you're talking about just the big character, big puppet, whatever it may be.
I'm more a Sabbath fan. I like Iron Maiden, don't get me wrong, but I was always more, it wouldn't have killed me if I didn't see him, and I got taken once to see Iron Maiden, and from listening to records and going, yeah, they're alright, I'm okay with this.
You're breaking my heart, man.
No.
They're my all-time favourite band, and you're just saying, yeah, they're alright.
But, yeah, it just didn't struck a nerve with me until I saw them live. And when I saw them live, the old hairs...
The old ghost pumples.
Yep. And I'll tell you something. The crowd singing and chanting along and all that kind of business.
Fear of the dark.
It was absolutely beautiful, and I was sold straight then. And every time I listen to the album now,
you're reminded of that time that you saw that song live with Bruce.
Yes.
Full front at the stage. God bless you, Bruce.
Yeah. You've just come, haven't you?
These are the ABCs of me, baby.
I look forward to your next syllable with great eagerness.
Slightly.
Yeah, can you wipe yourself down, mate? Yes.
Not easily.
No, okay. Well, we'll save that. Just make it go crusty and just.
It'll go like if we keep on talking, it'll eventually go crusty, and I'll be able to. By the end of this, I should be dry.
I can't
Okay, that's good. Anyway, back to so Sabaton, very much that kind of feel. Everyone was getting into it. The crowd was going crazy, and they were putting on such a good performance.
An absolute must-see.
Flawless.
Nice.
And I was sold on them. And to be honest, Sabaton came over again. We actually bought 2 albums whilst we were there as well.
Wow, they did their job properly then.
They very much did. And they had technical issues as well.
What in God's name is going on here?
Or else I would
What's
buy...
going on with the sound problem?
Oh, no, it wasn't that sound, actually. The technical problem was Royal Mail.
Are you stupid or something? Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
What's the Queen done this time?
Oh, excuse me, Russell, but I believe I requested the hand job.
That service is appalling.
Hey, a number of my closest friends work for Her Majesty.
Her Majesty.
Her Majesty.
Something went
and they
wrong
work bloody hard.
between Sweden and UK.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
They custom make a lot of their t-shirts, and they had custom made Bloodstock ones.
Oh, cool.
That were going to go on the main merch stands.
Yeah, that becomes a limited.
And we were looking around and all that. There was nothing on there. When they went on stage, it turns out they didn't get delivered on time.
No! Stop it!
So they lost out of a lot of merchandise.
Should have called Tom Hanks.
How did it happen?
Should have called Tom Hanks.
Well done!
So
if they're not fucking Swedish, well, they are fucking Swedish.
Yes.
But if they're not power fucking metal, what the fuck are they?
IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
They have roots within its... The thing about
Africa.
Yeah, man.
That's Jamaica. For fuck's sake.
Hey, I told you, it's cough medicine's kicking in quite nice.
Just cover your ass now and just say you're sorry.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
So they have roots.
Yeah, bloody roots.
I like that. Yeah, nice.
Right, as I was saying,
they're not power metal.
They're not power metal, no. But they have twin guitars, and it is that epic type sound. Power metal for me, I can't do is the voice.
So what kind of voice does he have? Because it's usually high falsetto.
Yeah,
and stuff, right?
yeah. It's not that high. It's a nice range he's got. He can go high, but it's not piercing high. If you know, but a lot of bands I'm not overly keen on is because the vocals just doesn't do anything for them.
Listen, hotshot, I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't care for you or for the putrid sludge you're troweling out.
But he's a bit more grizzly in these vocals. He's a bit more... He's still got a very classical... Yeah, but it's a bit more powerful. It's a bit more... I hate to say this, guys, manly.
Angela will be very disappointed, as well as, is it Alicia?
I'm not talking about the female side of things, but what I'm saying about is a lot of power metal ones are too like, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, grow a pair.
When you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea: have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
I'm sorry, I can't really say anything because all I do in my band,
testicular fortitude.
All I do is I growl, so I can't really say much about how good vocalists they are.
It's more of a purr, really.
Well, yeah, that's if you stroke me properly. But and also, which is going to surprise you, after Sabaton, I didn't go and see Trivium, which is going to surprise you.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
They were headlining, I heard.
I know, I'm not... Nah, I can't.
Well, we could say a lot about that, but we'll move on. You didn't see Trivium.
But I actually saw a female-fronted band, which I'm not overly big fans on lots of these female-fronted bands.
You think why it's more of a gimmick nowadays than it's actual genuine talent?
Get her!
That was your whole plan.
Get her!
It was scientific.
No, I think if it's done right, it's done superb.
I needed a gift to give to Pamela so that she would grant me entry into her vagine.
Give us an example of when done right.
Arch enemy.
Staple, okay.
Staple, I know.
That's a pretty high bar you're setting there.
My Ruin, they done it very well. But what I'm actually stating is, musically wise, it doesn't dumb it down. I find a lot of these bands dumb their music down because they let the freedom of a female vocalist, you know, and the music has to be. It's like when I put a vocal line in a song. If it doesn't go well and the music's suffocated, then, you know, that's my fault, and it will, you know, of course, the quality of the song that comes out won't be good. Where I could have stepped back and went, okay, let the music. It's a similar type thing, but the music seems in a lot of female-fronted bands to get very, very simple because they're trying to mask the female. Like Mortads, I'm not being funny. Mortads, I really did like.
Thank you.
Right, because the music didn't dumb down. It was, and Arch Enemy didn't dumb down, and all these other good bands, they got a really strong female. It's not just a metal scene, you know. I can't remember the name. Die So Kill and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I don't know if I've got it right, but they got a female bass player. They do like a Motorhead type feel to it.
Okay. Absolutely
fantastic because the music goes really well with the vocals. A lot of cut-off points is where females cut off from the music, and this band didn't disappoint. This was very good. Delane, yes.
I've not heard of them before.
I hadn't beforehand.
Where were they, on the Sophie Lancaster
Sophie
stage?
Lancaster. She's the actual one that done a Sophie Lancaster song.
They wrote a song tributed or based upon?
Yeah, they done this when all this stuff happened and they would gather in like the charity and all that. It was almost like the soundtrack for the charity group.
Oh wow.
And they got to headline Sophie, which was quite, of course, emotional for them. But they I thoroughly enjoyed them, let's just put it that way.
Wow, excellent. I'll have to go check them out. Delane, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, very much so.
Coming soon.
Fight Pits were phenomenal. I'm never a big fan of Fight Pits so dark though, because it's like
you've got to be able to see you to pick you up.
Oh, and so drunk as well. So, but I sobered up straight away when they came on.
A test of courage.
I've got my own Metallica horror story.
Yeah.
I went and saw Metallica. That's my horror story.
The Pit, yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm so totally joking.
A hero.
So I could have, you know, saved your life.
You might have been the guy who yelled at me to push harder when trying to help someone else up, most probably. Because I'm serious, man. It was just the most surreal experience.
It was awful.
It was life-affirming and changing at the same time and terrifying.
Be prepared.
Like the Brixton Academy growing up, and you first saw those no stage diving signs, and you're like, what? Seriously, someone's actually made a fucking sign.
Yeah, but everyone ignored it. It made it fucking worse.
But this is the kind of thing, that was the starting points. Those were the roots of how they were like changing our fun and starting to take away a lot of the things of what we got off on going to these shows.
There is nowhere to hide.
The Monthly Itch would like to thank you for your support and patience. Part 2 of Bloodstock review, plus other random tales. Coming soon. Please check Facebook for update.
And that's all.